sports, food, and fun. It's Talk Gumbo with John Spud McConnell. If you want to add some spice to the conversation, call 504-260-6368. Now, time for 3WL's Kingfish, the Spudster, one hot potato, John Spud McConnell.
Hey, way up, baby. Hi, I'm Megan. Hour number 2 on a Tuesday on the Spud Show on 3WL 1350 AM and 1350.com. You can listen to us all across the board. Our opinion poll last hour, because we were talking with Dr. James Diaz about BPA, bisphenol A, which is what lines your Coke can and your food can and your beer can and your plastics and all the rest of that stuff. So we asked, how do you take your beverages? How do you drink your beverage? Can, plastic bottle, glass bottle, or fountain drink? 25% in a plastic bottle, roughly 38% in a glass bottle, fountain drinks 39%, nothing in a plastic bottle, which I find hard to believe. Everybody drinks water out of plastic bottles. But anyway, so there you go. You can cast your line and cast your vote in there. We're going to throw some other stuff in the pot. But I asked Eric Price, to stay on because he called up. I've been trying to get in touch with Lance because Lance sent me this email. Lance Nichols, a very good friend of mine, actor friend. I know you'll know him when you hear him talk. He and I just did Driving Miss Daisy together at the Bayou Playhouse. He's in where is he at? He's in Birmingham shooting a movie right now. But he sent me an email that's saying we should plug this event that's coming up, and I've been trying to get him on the phone, but literally playing phone tag. I'm either on the air, so I can't talk on the phone, or he's just got a set call, so he's in his trailer, or he's in the boonies, or he's actually in front of the camera, which means he doesn't have his phone. So now what we're going to talk to is the man who set all this stuff up, in Eric Price, who is what's your official time? How many different titles you got there, Eric?
Founder, Eric Price.
That's a good one. Founder of the Background Actors Awards.
Yes, and the Guild, the Background Actors Guild. We have an entire guild website, Facebook pages.
Is that just here? I mean, I know. Don't they have like the Screen Extras Guild in L.A.?
There have been a few guilds in the past, but this is primarily Hollywood South right now.
Yeah.
But Hollywood South is kind of taking over Hollywood, So.
Oh, I know, and believe me, I read about it. The mayor of Los Angeles is constantly, referring to Louisiana in general and New Orleans in particular as taking all the work away, and he's trying to convince the city council and the state legislature that they basically should just copy our laws about how we attract the business and hopefully bring some of that work back. So. There.
Everybody's copying us right now.
Yeah.
Other states are trying. We have such an eclectic group of people from this area, and we have so many different types of architecture. It's hard to compete with New Orleans on a national level.
We've got everything except we don't have white sandy beaches. But, you can run over to Florida real fast and shoot your beach scenes. And we don't really have mountains. We do have some rolling hills near Baton Rouge, so you can catch somebody running up a ridge. But other than crossing the Great Divide or going to a beach, that's about all we don't have over here.
Yes. Well, our guild formed, and then throughout the first few years here, we started talking about having awards. And then the categories, we put up, comments about the categories that everybody would want. We gave it to the different casting companies, some that were with my casting file. And then they went through on their end and actually put it together for us. And we're voting right now. You can go to our website, backgroundactorsguild.com, and you can go to categories. You can see the different categories that we have. Some are already picked. Like we have some Lifetime Achievement Awards and such that are kind of picked by casting. But overall, all the categories and everything, you can see we put a lot of effort into it. We're a good guild.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking out on your thing. You got L.A. Sunshine right here. That's Susie Labrie. She has been around. I don't know how long she's been around, but the last time I talked to her, it was about 3 years ago, and I was doing my show from the lobby of the State House because they were changing and tweaking the the film credits, and there was a contingent that wanted to just ban them all together. I mean, just ban it all together. And Susie came on with the LFEA and a couple other people, and some legislators came on, and we talked about it. Look, it needs to be overseen because, like anything else, it can be abused, and so it needs to be watched. But doing away with it, I think, would be foolish. And so that's the last time I think I really spoke to her. But this is a woman. How many films has she been in as a background person?
Over 350.
Wow. I'm all proud because my credits are like, I got about 75 film and TV, maybe 80 film and TV credits, and probably about, 100 plays. She's been over 300 movies. Wow. Okay.
She's in tons and tons and tons. She's one of our winners this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're really excited about having her on, as our one of our first awards. Because this is just the first. Next year's going to be bigger, larger location. This year it's at Sports Speed over off of Causeway.
Mm-hmm.
It's 3330 Causeway. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. is when we're going to start having, the function begin, and we have a couple of presentations, something from behind the scenes from Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, when they're building the Ape Fort and out at NASA. So I have a little presentation. It's private, just for the members, everybody that shows up. It's not going online or anything.
3330 Ridge Lake Drive. That's about 3 blocks off of Esplanade, so that's between the interstate and the lake.
Yes.
That side, okay. And Ridge Lake is that street that runs parallel to Causeway.
Yes, sir.
Well, I mean, now people, look, I'm not a member of your guild. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild, but I could come to this event, couldn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, why? But I mean, should I be able to get online and cast votes in these different? What are some of the other awards that people are voting on out there?
The awards we have: best male, best female. Actually, I have a whole box of them right here. Grab a couple of them. A helping hand for Bill Rainey. Bill Rainey from the Holding Tent, which has really helped our industry grow. Because at one time, you would have to go to Craigslist, or you would, try to find out, where's everything going, having an agent or whatever. But they came out with the Holding Tent, and then all the casting people were putting everything on the Holding Tent, and it was really easy to get jobs. So that Holding Tent was really a big help for the background actors to get everything going. Then they came out with My Casting File. And then the background, now it's so easy to track and get information to the background. We have a huge background demographic here now.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of us just got together. It actually started, we spun off of the Holding Tent because you can't really post in there. So we spun off with Hollywood Dirty South. And that one didn't pick up too well because some people didn't like the negative connotation of the term dirty.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of revamped and said, from bag to SAG, let's try to keep it similar. And, maybe one day when Hollywood and us are on the same page, and maybe we'll be Hollywood Zone one day.
Maybe so. Let me ask you this. Now, I have people who call me all the time, and I've plugged mycastingfile.com many, many times. If somebody has never been on a set and they're thinking about being an extra, and they can come to your event, and look, it's going to cost to get in there, but it's not ridiculous. They can come to your event, and there will be stories galore, and people can find out more about the film industry and more about whether or not they want to try to be an extra or a background actor and things like that. I mean, it is open to the public. Otherwise, why would you be on my show plugging it, right?
It's open to the public. The background still needs people that look like police. They still need people that look like teachers. Mm-hmm. They still need people that look like mechanics. And you could be a cop, but you could look like a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter what. It's just what they need for those shots.
Yeah.
So everybody has opportunity. Besides My Casting File, Central Casting has also come in. So those are the two big ones that you really need to sign up with for them to get the exposure and get in the field. And
what's it pay about? It basically breaks down to minimum wage, but you can make $100 a day if you go a couple extra hours of overtime, and they feed you.
They feed you. It's normally not too strenuous of work. Sometimes there's odd hours, but it's so exciting just being on the movie set. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, let me say this though. Let me say this. I was telling people I just shot a movie up in Greenwood, Mississippi, and it was about 55 degrees up there. It was a Woody Harrelson flick, and the scene took place in the rain. So they had the manufactured rain. They had the cranes up there with the faucets going, you know.
Oh yeah.
And buddy, let me tell you something. After 6.5 hours standing out there getting drenched for every take. After a while, those extras was earning their money, man. My coat was at least a little bit waterized, you know, but Harrelson was out there without a shirt on. The two stuntmen were out there, and all the extras were getting drenched, you know. I mean, you know who was outside of the water? The horses. They kept the horses dry, and all the rest of us are getting soaked and freezing.
Right.
So, anyway, sometimes it ain't what you think it is, but it's still a memory, you know what I mean? So,
Right.
All right, so that's tomorrow night. And it is at 3330 Ridge Lake Drive, the Sports Beat Bar and Cafe. It's about 3 blocks off of West Esplanade on Ridge Lake, which parallels Causeway out there in Metairie. So it's easy to go to. The event starts at what time? 8 o'clock?
It starts at 8 o'clock, and there's a lot of parking around, maybe not around the building, but a lot of the other businesses around.
Block away.
With parking, but don't park at the storage unit next door.
Yeah, those, you know how those
They
stores
have 24 hours. They need people need access to their stuff.
But other than that, I mean, there's parking on the street. There's parking at a bunch of other businesses, so it's going to be a fun event.
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to try. I can't tell you I'm going to make it because I got a full boat. But if I don't, tell Susie I said congratulations.
Will do.
All right, cool. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you very much, Bud.
All right. I got to step away.